Four, three, two, one. And we are back to a special edition of the hashtag Vegas video podcast. And I'm your host, Ace of Vegas. Hope you're doing well. Joined by my good friends, Tim from the Vegas Paradise, as well as Sin from Cinamongirl. How's it going, guys?
It's
Doing
going
all
well.
right.
All right, we're holding up all right, y'all back from Sin City, back from Paradise, literal paradise right there.
I'm trying to recover.
Yeah. Making that hero's comeback, right? All right. I'm putting up the social media posts so everybody comes through.
Okay. Yeah. My phone's telling me that.
Oh, there's Crystal already. What's up? Oh, and Hollywood too. Always first on the scene there. Okay, everybody's coming through. They just got the notification. We good. Awesome. I just got to share this in the old Facebook group over here. But we got a lot to talk about, though. We got a lot to talk about, guys. So y'all just came back from opening weekend, and here's the interesting thing about it, because y'all were with me there for shutdown, because Sim, we were running around that same night over there with the nerds and all that, and Tim, you came down I think the last day of normal operations, because we went to Foundation Room and all that too, and you came down to New York with me and Nick and Kay and all that. So y'all have a good sense of how things were before, obviously, in Vegas, and then how things are now in Vegas, and how things were at the shutdown there. So just overall, let's get an overall experience. How do you guys feel about going there now? How do you guys feel about Vegas right now?
You want me to go first?
Ladies first, always.
Right.
Well, you don't have to. I feel okay about it for now. I do have some worries about it because I've seen so many people not washing their hands.
Gross.
People not. You guys continue. I just getting interrupted. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Is it Nick? Is he your boy calling you? No. No. She had to drop off. All right. Well, Tim, how do you feel about it, bro?
First, it was good just to be back in Vegas. The Vegas atmosphere is still alive and well. So it was nice to be out there, but yeah, it's gonna definitely be a new experience for people, which I'm pretty sure we'll get more into in the podcast today. But overall, it was cool. It was nice to see new faces and everybody just happy to be able to get away from everyday life.
All right, good deal. So first weekend back, and guys, this is the time to kind of unload over here if you guys have any questions about about the Vegas experience over here, how things are going in Vegas right now. Because so Cinamongirl and the Vegas Paradise, they both came back from the June 4th reopening weekend. And TVP, how long were you there for? You went from the 4th to the 6th, I think.
6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left Saturday night.
All right, so you left Saturday night. Sin came home yesterday, I think afternoon, so she was there till Sunday and all that.
My roommate's just an idiot. I told him I was doing something.
Did you tell him to join the stream?
No, he's too weird right now. We don't want that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say tell him to join the stream. Tell him to comment, and subscribe.
He won't. Okay. But I agree with Tim. It was really great to be there, and the energy, and I liked it more the first day because it was much more low-key, not so crowded, especially Bellagio. Everyone was very conscious of, at least the workers were, asking people if they wanted masks. They were handing out masks. With the hand washing stations, they had gloves also, but I would say maybe 25% of people were wearing masks. The rest were not.
So it was just kind of hey, I feel like wearing a mask, but most people were just kind of you know what, I've been in the house long enough. If I get it, I get it.
I guess, or they don't.
It felt like it.
Yeah, they just didn't care, and people were not really social distancing. I mean, at Bellagio, they somewhat were because the games had the plexiglass thing, and it seemed like people were a little bit more separated. but not at Cosmo, not at Caesars, not on Fremont Street at all. It was very packed.
Right, gotcha.
Especially Friday and Saturday.
All right, so it was definitely something pretty serious over there then, if that's the case. Well, I guess that said, let's go ahead and get into. I had a couple questions about it, just a couple questions about how things are looking right now over there in Sin City. So, I mean, first things first, how were the crowds compared to the St. Patrick's Day crowd? So you guys were out there for St. Patrick's Day weekend with me. Would you say it was more crowded than that was, or would you say that it was definitely a lot more low key?
Definitely the first day it was maybe about the same.
Mm-hmm.
Friday and Saturday, especially Fremont Street, it was like it would have been a normal St. Patrick's Day. I mean, maybe not that many, but it was packed. Like if you, I did like a tour on Hog and 2 Cents channel, and there was people everywhere, and it just made me really uncomfortable because there was just too many people. And they said that they were checking IDs and checking temperatures, and they took the things away where they were checking temperatures, and they weren't checking IDs. They were just, I mean, like it says 21 and over, and there were kids on Fremont Street.
There were kids on Fremont Street? Oh, damn, I didn't think that was going to last long.
The people that were doing they have like turnstiles. So at first they had like those things that look like metal detectors, but they're actually like heat sensors, because those were at the front of the casinos.
Oh, those were actual thermal sensor. I thought they were metal detectors for the riots.
Oh, they're both.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what they also have when you go into the casinos.
Interesting.
Which is good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but when you went on Fremont, there were kids, and I'm like, how are these kids coming in when it says 21 and over? But I'm not going to ask. Whatever, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But what I found interesting is when you went to a hotel, except not on downtown, but on the Strip, when you came into the hotel to go to the casino, they didn't check your temperature. But if you're a hotel guest, they check your temperature.
Mm. So that sounds a little counterproductive right there. Like, hey, let's go ahead and check all of our guest temperatures. But if someone just wanders in and they may or may not have symptoms, they may be asymptomatic or whatever, and they interact with people, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose? Doesn't that kind of beat the contact tracing right there?
Yes. But I feel like the downtown casinos were different. They had it where you had to like either put your wrist or put your forehead against this little sensor, and it took your temperature.
Right. Gotcha. I mean, yeah, I don't really know what's down there for kids right now. Like, activities-wise, what did you guys do down there? Like, what do y'all do?
Me? I drank.
Well, I know that. I was watching that.
When I was downtown, I mostly went casino, hopping, so I could play different slot machines, got something to eat. At night I was trying to film like the canopy and everything like that, but it was just it seemed like people were a little bit crazy because they've been pent up for 3 months.
Right.
And there were a bunch of bachelor parties. I had some guy try to grab my butt. I had another guy try to grab my chest. Some other guy was trying to kiss me. Ooh. I was like, okay, I'm over it. And then when I got back to the D, it was really crowded. I mean, I know that they're monitoring how many people come in, but it just seemed really crowded, especially after the stream. Like, I think we ended at about 11?
Yeah, I think 11.
I want to say
you guys did. I fell asleep before that.
And then it got by about 1, it was really packed in there.
Gotcha. Yeah. What about you, TVP? How were things looking on your end, bro?
So I was supposed to go to Fremont Street Friday night because I wanted to get a video of everything on Friday night, but I ended up walking into the middle of a protest. Oh. And I got a video I'm gonna upload in a couple of days. Just from my experience of opening weekend. But yeah, the Uber rides and Lyft rides, the wait is ridiculous. So I got tired of waiting and I just started walking back, and I walked in the middle of a protest. But To her point, yeah, the strip was in comparison to St. Patrick's Day, Thursday night was like she said, I would compare it to be about the same, but Friday looked like, especially in Cosmo, like a normal night in Vegas. Even in Bellagio, it looked like it could be a potential normal night in Bellagio. The crowds were just much. It was much more than I expected it to be to be open the weekend. But it definitely seemed like people were like, I'm tired of being in the house, so I'm in Vegas.
Gotcha. Oh man.
I went to Fremont Street Saturday morning or early Saturday afternoon, and it was more people on Fremont Street Saturday afternoon than I ever saw on the strip Thursday or Friday or Saturday during the day.
Yep. By the time I got down there, I got down to Fremont about 12:30, and I couldn't believe how crowded it was. And they had blocked off, like you couldn't walk down that one area where the dice wall is to go to Pizza Rock. You had to walk all the way around, so I didn't go to Pizza Rock. And then when I finally did go to Pizza Rock, it had too many people inside, so I couldn't get Pizza Rock.
So no pizza.
I don't know. It's interesting. I think that this is my whole worry about this, is that so many people in such close proximity of each other that there's going to be a spike and people are going to get sick again. I mean, I didn't touch my face. The only time I really had my mask off.
Oh, you touched your face. I saw you on stream.
I said when I was on live stream, I did.
All right.
And then I'm probably full of the Rona now. I don't know.
No, you're fine. We're not going to let it get you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I will kick the crap out of a virus. Absolutely. And anyone else that likes to like that creeper that was following you.
Anna Scott asked if I was being bothered. Yes, I was, by idiot bachelor parties who said they were on a scavenger hunt, trying to get kisses or butt grabs or boob grabs, basically.
Yeah, that's just pretty stupid. Also, you had that creeper guy, like old man creeper, that was following you at the group pool. Was that on? Was that Sunday's group pool or was that Fridays? Because I know you did too.
That was Saturdays. It was Thursday and Saturday. Yeah.
Thursday and Saturday. That's right. I remember that because we sent Sin to Vegas and she made us some money, and that sounds so bad out of context. But in fairness, you did great. you definitely won us some money.
I know that I touched my hair 5,000 times or 50. What do you say? 50,000 times? 500,000 times?
You're in the million. That's like 5 million.
Yeah, I do. I know. I paid good money for it, and I like to pet my hair.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, at least it's your hair.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I don't know. Maybe terms in there. I don't know.
Oh man, yeah. So it was a tough time. Let me go ahead and see here. So, let me go ahead and see if live chat's got any questions for us. Oh, L&D. So Lisa and Drew are there in the chat. Lisa and Drew, what's up, guys? Good to see y'all. Didn't see y'all sneak in over there. They're wondering what happened to 50% capacity. Let's be honest. What happened there?
Money
happened.
You know, Bellagio, they had people standing there with clickers, clicking people in, clicking people out.
Oh, like they could keep up.
Yeah. So, but I don't know about anywhere else. I didn't see anybody doing that, but maybe they were. But I don't know. It just did not feel like 50% at all. Maybe it was 50% occupancy of the hotel rooms, but I don't think it was of the casinos.
Gotcha. I mean, I can't imagine there'd be that many casinos, given that most of them are closed right now. So.
Well, there was a lot more open than I thought there was gonna be. Like, you know, MGM decided to open. Let's see where else. Venetian was open, I think. Flamingo and Harrah's was open. I don't know if Treasure Island was. I didn't go down that far.
You know, screw Phil Ruffin. He's he's trash. But no, Phil Ruffin is trash. I'm not gonna get into it right now, but Phil Ruffin is trash for sure.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
All
I
right.
know.
Let's see. What about? Bebe actually had a question for. Actually, Tim, this one's for you. TVP, did you stay at the Cosmo? She saw Pixis Chandelier there and was wondering if Click and Barbershop were open too.
Yeah, no, I stayed at Bellagio. I went into Cosmo Thursday and Friday. I went to Click on Thursday, and it wasn't as busy, I think, because it was Thursday and it was the opening day. But on Friday, I was after I finished talking with Sin, I was going to meet up with another subscriber, and Cosmo was extremely packed. The barbershop was open, Click was also open, but it was a line waiting to get in
Mm.
to get the Click, so didn't go there. But as far as the 50% occupancy, yeah, I would say like as far as hotels went, like I'm pretty sure it was 50% occupancy because I'm almost certain a lot of people just wanted to see what was open. Because I myself explored all of the hotels. I went to MGM, New York, Cosmo. I stayed at Bellagio,
Mm.
went over to Flamingo. I went and checked everything out that was open.
Right.
Um, and people were probably doing the same. But as far as occupancy, like, yeah, I don't think it exceeded 50%.
Hmm.
But capacity on the casinos might have been a different story.
That might have been maxed out.
Yeah. And it was weird. Like I gambled at Harris, like Sin was saying, like it seemed like all of the MGM properties had the plexiglass dividers. I even went in the Win and I saw that they had the plexiglass dividers too, but it didn't really seem that bad. It's different because you're not used to it, but like you could still fist bump people if everybody got blackjack at a table,
Mm.
or if you're playing pie gow, people were just reaching around. Like yeah, it was more people out there without masks than they were with masks, and we were talking about that. It was just kind of weird. You felt out of place if you wore a mask, which is kind of weird to say.
Yeah, people would give you like weird looks, like you sprouted horns in a hump and were, turned purple.
Yeah, I think that must be a distinctly East Asian thing to be okay with wearing masks because they do it in Macau. It's a normal thing over there. In fact, you get people that just kind of walk around with them over there, just even without a big outbreak, and it's not a big deal. But I guess doing it in
Well,
Vegas is a huge culture shock.
like here in LA, everybody's wearing a mask too. So, you know, you just do that. So it was kind of weird. And I mean, the only reason I took it off during the live stream because it was making me really hot and because I was drinking, and it's difficult to drink a drink, and I was also staying by myself. I didn't have people around me. But like they had signs at the elevator at Bellagio that if you're riding in the elevator with anybody that isn't in your party, please have a mask on, and people didn't care.
Oh, I see. At what point does it? I mean, at what point do you add somebody to your party? I guess that's the real question. There is it like an RPG game? You kind of run around like, hey, this guy's gonna be in our party now. He's gonna be our healer. So now we don't need a mask with him. Like, what's the determination there?
I think it's supposed to be who you're traveling with, like a spouse,
Yeah.
or like if you're a family or
Who you're
something
actually
like that.
flying with?
But one thing I did like about the D is that they have a thing where they have an attendant that pushes your floor on this keypad, and it tells you what elevator to go to, and it only allows up to 3 people in the elevator.
Huh, that's interesting.
Or
So they
four,
reduced it
3
to
or
3.
4, like parties sit, yeah. So at least it wasn't like anybody can get in the elevator with you, and it was I like that. At least it was a little bit better. Most of the time I rode by myself, so
Okay.
Yeah, it was like that at Flamingo too. I did a couple room tours while I was out there. That's one of my specialties. But
I mean, that's what you do. Is that you are the Vegas Paradise Room Tours. We got to just rename the channel the Vegas Paradise Room Tours over here. Also, if you guys haven't checked out TVP, don't forget to. I don't think a single one of my subscribers has subscribed to me and not subscribed to you, man. I'm pretty sure all mine come from your channel.
it's all love.
Oh yeah, now
So
pay it forward, right?
I was
indeed.
watching Tim's videos before I even knew who he was. I always looked on his channel to, like, if I wanted to stay somewhere new, to look at a room.
Tim's a fucking legend, man. I'll tell you.
I don't know about all that, man, but I appreciate the support. I don't know if I say I'm a legend. Got a long way to go. I was actually, it's crazy. So I got there Thursday and I did a couple of rooms on Thursday, but I also wanted to vlog. So I've kind of got a vlog of the opening weekend. And I've got something about like just the casino experience. But at Flamingo, when I was going to do the video there in the elevators, they have like 4 little placemats that's supposed to be quote unquote social distancing. So they only let 4 people in the elevator, and they say if you're not with people that don't get in the elevator. But there's no hotel staff there enforcing it. There's people there like, hey, do you have room key, and that's all of that. But as far as getting on the elevator, they're not enforcing anything. So, um, yeah, they try to practice. I feel like they're enforcing more of the social distancing aspect than the actual wearing a mask to prevent people from getting sick aspect.
Gotcha. Oh, here's a good question from Patrick in the live chat over here. So, man, Pac, just to answer your question, you have not. We have not asked this question before, but what's everyone's thoughts on the buffet opening? Looks like Wynn is trying to reopen their buffet on June 15th. So, judging on your guys' experience, how do you feel about buffets reopening?
I would skip the buffet.
Ooh.
I could care less.
No, y'all ain't about buffets, huh?
I could care less about buffets. Yeah.
I like the buffet at Cosmo. I like the Aria buffet. I like the Bellagio buffet. But people are gross, and
correct.
I work in a restaurant, and I know how gross they are. And so, yeah, I don't want your germs all over the utensil. I don't know if you washed your hands. Half the people weren't. They're handling money. There's places for you to wash your hands, and they still weren't.
Right.
People weren't using. They just didn't care, and they were just like, and also, I understand people are drunk and you forget. But even when I was a hot mess
Express,
I still I had hand sanitizer sitting on the slot machine. So I was rubbing my hands every once in a while. Before I even started, I wiped it down with Clorox. When I went to a new machine and I sat down, I just kind of put hand sanitizer on my hand and wiped it all over the place. Every time I went to the restroom, I washed my hands. And I saw people walk around and not doing anything. And I mean, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but I feel like people could try to be a little bit safer, and just to help someone else out. And buffets are the same thing. I mean, if they open them and it's where, like, say you order what you're gonna get and they bring it to you, like buffet style, I guess that's kind of how it is. Then maybe, but I think it's too soon.
Right.
I think they need to have a little bit more time to figure out if it's going to spike, if it's not going to spike, and if all of a sudden Vegas or other cities that are open are full of new cases.
Yeah, kind of makes you wonder on that one there. Oh wait, what about smoking? Did either of you guys notice any difference in smoking? Did you guys see a lot of smokers out there?
Yep. Everywhere I went, there was smoking.
Tim, what about you? Did you see a lot of smokers running around?
Yeah, it was smokers. Not out of the norm. I don't know if I say out of the norm, but yeah, there were people smoking in the casino, so it's definitely not a non-smoking environment.
All right, gotcha. And I don't think any of the casinos that you guys went to, because y'all went to Cosmo, Bellagio, a few of the downtown places, hit up Harrah's, New York, and all that. I don't think any of them explicitly stated that they wouldn't be non-smoking.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so I didn't predict any of that. Oh, actually, there is a good cleaning question over here. So Dan is asking in the live chat, and I'm a little behind in the live chat. I apologize, guys. So did either of you guys notice a difference in the smell of the hotels? They said that they were going to be cleaning them, and then considering how clean that some of them are you guys expecting us to notice any difference? Did it smell any better, like your rooms or anything like that? Or do you think they just ran in there, maybe sprayed a Lysol and called it a day?
I think my room at Bellagio smelled cleaner. There was also a seal on the refrigerator that it had been cleaned. Like on the remote, it was inside of a thing that said this has been cleaned for you. But I still went in there with Lysol wipes and wiped down all the surfaces when I checked in. Somebody told me, what hotel was it? Caesars, I think, or something like that the Caesars properties had like a seal on the door that had been cleaned. So you open it up that no one else had been in there.
Right. Yeah,
same here. When I stayed at Bellagio, my room, I I wouldn't say it had any type of like elegant special smell to make it feel like it was a new Vegas, but it smelled clean. Like it didn't look dirty at all. You could definitely tell that they cleaned the room. And like she said, like I'll have that in one of my Bellagio rooms that I post. There's a seal on the mini refrigerator that lets you know that they cleaned the room. So it'll give you that reassurance just in case people had questions. And they also have like they leave you like a note on the desk area, kind of just like a welcome to Bellagio and their upgraded procedures as far as cleaning. And then they even gave you like hand sanitizer complimentary.
All right.
Yeah, and a mask and one of those little key things that you can like push button stuff, which I used at the bank today. So, that was nice. They
Yeah.
left me 2 in my room, so I'm gonna give one away on a giveaway.
Oh, nice. And you're doing that in about half an hour, right?
I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Are you gonna do it tomorrow? Okay, gotcha. I was gonna say because in half an hour, are you still streaming tonight or?
No.
Oh, okay, no worries. Then that means we can keep this going all night. Crack another Guinness, boys.
There you go. Oh, Cinnamon's not drinking. I'm having water.
That's okay. I'll drink another one. How about you, Tim? You drinking?
You know, I got my crown on me, man.
There you go. All right, there you go. 10 more likes to get to get Tim to take a shot there.
Oh my God.
John's asking if there's housekeeping entering your rooms. I did not have anybody. They didn't tell me that housekeeping wasn't coming, but I figured they weren't. But no, they did not. I just asked the housekeeping staff for some extra towels and extra body wash.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, I didn't even know. I don't know if this is a new policy that they implemented, but when I was checking out from my room, I saw that there was a note on the TV that said if you wanted to have your room clean, that you had to call housekeeping for them to come clean your room. Because I had the mentality of, all right, it's 1 o'clock. I'm about to take my privacy sign off. I'm going to go do some videos on the strip. And by the time I come back, they to clean the room. But my room was exactly the same. So I was kind of like,
yeah, that's what I felt
weird.
too.
It's like, what's going on?
I was sad. I was like, I like to feel like a pretty princess and come back to my clean room. And I didn't even see that note either. I didn't see it also till I checked out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, all right, well, that's good to know. So yeah, if you're going anytime soon and you want your room clean, at least at Bellagio, call housekeeping, tell them you want your room clean, and they'll come up there and clean it for you. It's not an automatic thing as of now, probably because of the occupancy thing, but
Right.
I don't want to speak on their behalf.
All right.
But I want to add though that I do feel, because I've been to many hotels in Vegas, I think that the Bellagio bed was my favorite bed. Like it was very soft, very nice, and big full-size pillows. I mean, it's up there with Cosmo, but I think it might have been a little bit more comfortable than Cosmo. But
I'm gonna agree to disagree.
Oh
That's just my
shoot.
honest opinion. I did not like my bed, and I'm being real. It wasn't horrible, but I felt like I've slept on better beds. However, I will say this. I know that Sin had a king room, and I was staying in a queen room. So
That could have
maybe
been
the
difference.
beds were different. Yeah, it could have been a different type of mattress, but
yeah, because I ended up getting upgraded because I had the standard, free room that you get from my Vegas app.
Right.
And when I checked in, I asked, "Is there any upgrades?" And he's like, the gentleman that was helping me, he said, "Yeah, if you wait a half an hour." So I said, "Okay, I'll wait a half an hour." An hour and a half later, I still don't have a room, and I need to take a shower and get ready because I was meeting up with the troopers, and then I had to go to the slot pull. So I went to the concierge and I'm like, "Can I get my room?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm so sorry." So they gave me a key, and I go, and I had the worst room. Like it was a view of the freeway and trash. And I was like, this isn't right. No, I'm sorry. And so I called to the front desk, and she's like, "Hold on a minute." And she goes, "Okay, I'm going to keep you on the same room so you can use the same key. I'm going to reprogram it and just go down there." And I walked in, it was the fountain view.
Oh,
So
okay, there you go. That's better.
that was pretty lucky. I didn't think I would get a fountain view, and I really liked it. So
Nice. All right, here's another
Maybe
good
that-
question.
the beds, maybe, I don't know.
Right. Well, here, how about this? I got to go grab another beer because I've already finished my first Guinness over here. It was one of those types of days at work.
Oh man,
I'm gonna let y'all
gotta
go ahead.
catch up, buddy.
I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and run the ship here for a minute. But Waste Not Want Not has an excellent question. Which hotel seemed the safest that you would recommend? So I know y'all ran around to all the hotels. I'll be back in about 2 shakes. Go ahead and talk about it amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Okay, Sam, what's the safest? Go ahead and talk to the people.
I would say, as far as health-wise, maybe the D, because they were actually screening everybody that came in with a temperature thing. But as far as crowds, I would say Bellagio, because Bellagio did seem like they had less people, and they were keeping track of how many people walked in and how many people walked out. And they did take your temperature when you checked in, but not when you went into the casino area.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Bellagio was safe. From my experience, if I had to say which hotel was the safest, I would probably say the Palazzo or the Wynn. And I say that because when I went into the Palazzo, as I walked in the hotel, everyone had on masks. But they have like a thermal camera sensor. So like they didn't even have to check your temperature. It was someone looking at the screen. And as you walk by the 2 cameras, it like, I guess, detected your body temperature. So it could tell what your body temperature was. Like, because when I had got to Bellagio, I had did the mobile check-in, and a guy walked up, put the little thing to my forehead, and it was all cool. It was kind of weird, but I was like, I get it. But I just walked through Palazzo because I wanted to be nosy and see how things was. And I just walked through there, and I'm looking at them like, hello, and they're like, hi. And then I noticed the 2 cameras, and I was like, oh, okay, that's new. And then I saw around on the screen that it was checking your body. And then when I went into the Wynn, I noticed they had the same thing at every entrance, that when you walk in, it's just like a camera, kind of like a security camera.
Oh, yeah,
So
I was
you
going to
just
ask you
walk
guys
by.
about that, too, if they were, like, blocking off specific entrances and, like, controlling traffic that way, or if they were just letting you walk in and walk out of whatever entrance you wanted, kind of willy-nilly there.
I wish I had gone down there, but I didn't make my way down there. I just felt like I was too busy. Like, I don't know. I felt like I was running around the whole time. And I really did want to go down to the Wynn, but maybe I'll see next time I go, but it'll be different by then. Joel asked if there was about wiping down the slot machines. There was, but I think that probably Bellagio, in my experience, was the best at doing that. I did see Caesars had a few little places where you could get wipes and do it yourself. There were people at the D doing it. Same with Plaza, but when it got so busy, there were so many people that there's no way like they could do it, So that's why I kind of was doing it myself.
Right.
Yeah. And I'll give a little insider information since I'm on the hashtag Vegas podcast
There you
without
go.
giving too much because, I got my own stuff too. But
For sure.
yeah, when I was doing my casino reviews, to answer that question, yeah, I'm going to agree with Sin. I think that Bellagio was the most on point when it came to wiping down slot machines, because it seemed like anytime someone was at a slot machine, as soon as they left, somebody was wiping it down and spraying it down. I went to MGM and I noticed that they were on top of it as well. New York seemed to like kind of be looking at it. Palazzo, it seemed like they had people around, but I wouldn't say they were as much on top of it as from what I saw at Bellagio. But all of the casinos definitely have people like watching the slot machines. But Bellagio, from what I saw out of all of the hotels, seemed like they had people on standby just waiting for you to leave the slot machine so they could clean it down. And then like I didn't see it at all of the hotels, but I know at Bellagio they have like a hand washing station. So like you could be coming in from like the shopping mall and wash your hands. They have hand sanitizer everywhere, but they had like 2 sinks where you could wash your hands before you walk into the casino. So
and there were gloves and mask on the end of the hand washing stations also. But then people still didn't use them, so I don't know.
Which is gross. FFS.
I don't get it. And then I mean, I had an encounter with a cop that I was going to Pizza Rock, and it was a marshal, and he told me, oh, that it's closed over there. And I asked him, would you mind taking a picture of me in front of the dice wall? And he was like, no, I'll do it. So he did that. And then when I was done, I said, can I ask you a question? He was like, sure. I was like, how come you're not wearing a mask? And he's like, oh, we don't need to. And I was like, oh, okay. I go, how come none of the cops are wearing masks? He's like, we don't need to worry about that. And I was like, oh, okay.
Apparently your badge protects you from viruses. That's fascinating.
Some secret, policeman vaccine that we don't know about. I don't know. But because I asked him, I asked him, were you dealing with, like looters and protesters? And he said, yeah. And I go, and you don't fear that maybe someone who, charges at you, or you're arresting someone or something like that, that they could give you something? And he said no.
Okay, all right. I guess they might know something about. I guess police officers know more about viral transmission than doctors. That's fascinating to no end.
So I just said, okay, cool.
All right. I work with doctors. I think I'm going to defer to their judgment there. I think I'm going to keep rocking the mask for a little while, but I just want to know where this train of logic came from. This is the best part of this stream so far. This is outstanding.
Right? Yeah. LND asked, would I stay at Bellagio again? Yes and no. I stayed at Bellagio because, one, I had never stayed there before, and I wanted to be able to do a video of the room and the walkthrough. And I also stayed there because I had $75 in free play from the My Vegas app. Mm-hmm. But when I went to go collect it from the rewards desk, they told me that I couldn't use it till July 1st. So I said, can I defer it and use it then? They're like, no, you'd have to stay with us again. So I don't know. Like, I liked it. It was so nice. It made me feel really fancy, but it is, like a mile to walk from the elevator to the front of the hotel to walk anywhere. So I prefer a smaller casino. I really like Planet Hollywood. I like Cosmo. I like Flamingo. A lot of people don't. I even like Harrah's. Because you can get nice rooms at those places too. So I enjoy those places. I actually like Park MGM too. I'm thinking of staying at Mirage sometime. I've never stayed there either.
Definitely stay at Mirage. I did not like Park MGM.
No?
No, honestly, no.
I didn't like their beds.
It felt like a hipstery version of Monte Carlo that was kind of aping like. I don't know. I just didn't dig it. It felt like it was boring. It was just boring Monte Carlo.
I can see why. Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. I do like Park MGM's music though. It's very
I like the vibe there.
Yeah, the vibe's there good. The music's good. I like the Eataly, but I hate the pool. The pool made me angry going down there, and that wasn't just because it was like closed off and all that, but it made me angry. No, straight up. I went down there. You guys saw the video, and it was just nice, cool pool and all that. I was talking to a couple people that were in the pool. One guy, he was just finishing up his bachelor's degree, so we congratulated him on that. We couldn't buy drinks because everything was closed and all that. Another lady came in for a poker tournament that got canceled and all that. So now we were all just we went back to the casino bar. We sat down. We had beers and all that. We had a good time, like just hanging out in the hot tub in the pool. It was like 6 people in the whole damn complex there. So yeah, no, we had the whole pool to ourselves, and that was pretty dope. But there was no lazy river. I missed the wave pool and all that. I was so livid with it. I'm like, why would you ruin a good pool? Like, change the hotel for sure, but why would you ruin such a great pool? I don't know. I'm going to Grand on July 1st. Apparently, Sin's coming with me, so we can spin down that $75 of free play right there. So that'll be good.
I know. Well, I don't know if I can. That's what I'm looking into right now. Is seeing. Right now, the only place that will comp me on the 3rd is Mandalay Bay, which is kind of surprising because I would think that. But Park MGM won't, so I don't understand that.
Oh, just come stay with me. It'll be all right. It's cool. We have the extra bed.
Oh yeah, You don't want to see all my makeup and my hair all over the place. And
Ah,
all my
man, I'm
makeup.
married. I don't give a damn anymore. You're just a wife. No, she actually really
I was gonna
wishes
say
she
that's the
could.
typical life of a woman. That's nothing out the norm of a
No,
woman.
we don't care anymore, you know. Like I said, you know, the missus, she actually really wanted to go,
Oh,
but she's got to stay in for
but
summer
let's
schooling.
say let's say some people do care. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I ain't one of them,
Um,
so I don't trip about it.
Fair enough. Can I
also,
piggyback off this Bellagio thing though? I want to get my input on
yes.
this
Yeah,
because I
jump on
want
that, bro.
to answer that. I'm not staying at Bellagio again, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The only reason I stayed there was because I asked my subscribers where to stay. For those of y'all who subscribe to my channel, they saw my poll that I put about where would you stay if you had the choice to stay for opening weekend.
Yeah.
And I did that poll because I couldn't make up my mind between Bellagio, MGM Grand, and Flamingo. So I let them decide.
Right.
I just feel like Bellagio is so overrated. I feel like it's overpriced for what you get. I feel like the rooms is outdated. I think everybody there is nice, but like when it comes to the price point, I just feel like you get better at other places.
Like,
So
if you like side by
I
side
agree,
Aria.
and I hate that the resort fee is higher. The resort fee is way too high. I think it was $42 or something like that, and then tax. How do you tax
I was gonna
resort
say
fee?
my resort fee was that top notch. Was the 51 with tax.
Yeah, with tax, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they took $200 also for incidentals.
Right.
And
Mhm.
then they charged me for 2 drinks, and I didn't even open the fridge because I took a pic. I told them I have video of it because I opened it for my video. So don't tell me I took two waters are $22. Come on. No,
Yeah, and
I
in my
don't think.
room at Bellagio, like I had a leak. It was weird. My shower, you know how like if you cut a faucet off, it drips a little bit, but it'll eventually stop.
Yeah, of course.
Like
Yeah.
I walked into the room and my shower was dripping, and I didn't really think nothing of it. I figured they had just cleaned it, but it was like that my entire stay. And the next morning when I got up Friday morning, I went into the bathroom and it was like damp outside of the shower, like water had like leaked out of the shower
Oh,
just from it dripping. And it was just so strange to me because you know they have like the seals at the bottom of the standing shower. So I don't know. It wasn't a bad experience. Like the hotel wasn't bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I just feel like when you look at the price point for what you pay at Bellagio, you can do so much better. I would rather stay at Wynn and walk up the strip than stay at Bellagio.
I know, right? Like, honestly, I think Aria definitely, like, Bellagio kind of reminds me of what Fancy was in the 90s, you know what I mean? Like, it was top notch in, like, 95, 96. That was, like, top tier right there. But I feel like Aria is just better. It's less pretentious, and it costs less, but you're still getting the same quality of service, you know?
That's
Yeah.
where I wanna stay there. I haven't stayed there yet. I want to
You
stay
need
there.
to do so.
I don't know. I think I have stayed at Planet Hollywood probably like 13 or 14 times. I feel like it's kind of like the ghetto low rent version of Cosmo. My friend calls it Planet Douchebag, but I love it. I just love it that there's a mall and it kind of feels a little bit fancy. I love the big tub. I love the big bathroom. You have plenty of room for activities. I
Activities, if you know what I mean, or activities in general.
both of them. Both, if you need
Okay.
to make a bed on the floor because you're having a little upset tummy, you have plenty of room for that. Or if you want to have fun with someone, you could do that too.
Okay,
But
that's
I
analog
also
or digital TV, guys. You can watch either type.
you know, I enjoy that you can grab a tall can and go to Sephora or go shopping for shoes and be a drunk ass and then just go back to your hotel. It's lovely. You know, I just like it.
I would
Cosmo,
stay there 10 out of 10 over Bellagio. I'm a piggyback off that. I would never stay at Bellagio over Planet Hollywood ever for any situation unless my room was comp.
Fair enough. All right, let me see. What other questions do we have in the live chat over here? I'm wondering if I got away from the live chat too much because we were just kind of
Yeah, I've been trying to pay attention myself.
said that it was busy. We were just talking about that, Richard. It was extremely busy.
Yeah.
I got, it was so busy after I did the live stream that I was uncomfortable because I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my room. Also, because I had a creeper creeping on me at the D.
I
Also,
saw that, like weirdo Santa Claus, right? The guy with
oh
the
yeah.
beard and all
And then
that.
after, when I came back, I came into the D and I went to the restroom and dude was right there and I was like, nope. So I like hightailed it to my room and was like, I'll gamble in the morning.
Mm.
So I was done. And that has nothing to do with the D. That has to do with stupid creeper man creeping.
Yeah, no, we weren't about that. I'm glad at least Richard was hanging around. So worst case scenario, you had someone that was there that had your back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Richard's great. He even brought me a drink and forgot to take his tip because I had a $3 tip for him.
I'm not sure. Hey, Richard, let me know in the live chat, man. Are you allowed to take tips? Because you're like a director. Like, at what level are employees not allowed to take tips, or what do you do at that point? Like, if you got a tip or something like that, do you just give it to your favorite like waiter or bartender or waitress or whoever? How do you guys do that as executives? Like, I'm generally curious right now, honestly. Like, because I know up to a certain point, like pit houses aren't allowed to take tips. Like, they're supposed to redirect you, I think, over to their favorite dealer or whoever's dealing for you or something like that. But I don't know. I don't actually know. But anyway, here I actually got a question for both y'all. So what wasn't there in Vegas that you guys really wanted to do?
The clubs.
Yeah. See, I can piggyback off that. I had friend. See, I can't even talk English. Too sober.
Right.
I met up with my friend Coco, who's the top promoter at Marquee, and she gave me some inside, information about the clubs and how they won't be open for quite a while. She said that at Gillies they're open, but they actually have squares on the floor where you can dance in, so that you stay 6 feet apart. And I'm not, like, I like clubs, but I feel like I'm a little too old for clubs sometimes. And I also go with a lot of people who really don't want a club, but I miss lounges. Like, I was sad that Carnival Court wasn't open. I wanted to go to Carnival Court. I wanted to go to, I'm trying to think the name of it. Oh my God. I mean, like, I was sad I couldn't even go into the link because it's not open yet. There's just like little places that I like to go that weren't there. Like, Eye Candy at Mandalay Bay is cool. To be able to go to the Foundation Room, nothing was open like that. So there was
Oh.
like really nowhere. Like, you couldn't even dance. You had to have a dance party, like in the valet section,
Hmm.
or you had to have a dance party in your room, and that was it.
But you had to just kind of chill and hang. What about you, Tim? Because I know you're a big nightclub sort of guy. You like going to the club and you like bottle service and all.
Man.
I got to embarrass this guy for a minute because he got me bottle service for my birthday too, and I'm like, bro, you don't even need to. And he's like, nah, bro, just go ahead and do the tip. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, man. It's yeah, I'm on the other side. Like, I love to party. That's just me naturally. Like, I like to try to enjoy every day. But normally when I go to Vegas, that's one of my to dos at some point is to get into the club. So it was weird for me going to like Bellagio's lounge and it's not that many people and like Sam was saying, like when you go into places, even at Click at Cosmo, they only seat you in groups. So like if you're by yourself, because I was by myself on Thursday, if you want to sit at the bar, they only let a certain amount of people at the bar. I think it was like 6 people because you got to be, social distance.
Right, right.
And then they were only doing max of groups of 4 people. And like, so the lounge closed at 1 o'clock, and it's like it's Vegas. What am I supposed? It's 1 o'clock. Why would y'all close?
Wait. Did I hear that they had a last call?
You heard that correct.
That don't sound right.
Bellagio lounge closed at 1 o'clock. Same thing for Click. It was just weird. I was like, how do y'all close at 1 o'clock? it's Vegas, you know.
That don't sound.
But
That sounds like
like,
my locals. My locals closed at like 12 on a Saturday, and I wasn't
yeah,
about
my
that
locals
life.
around here close at 1:30. So I was like, it just was weird, man.
It
And like
was
even Foundation Room, I would have loved to go to Foundation Room, but it wasn't open.
Uh,
no, and then like even like CVS and Walgreens were closing at 7 p.m. So if you
Hmm.
didn't have your, like, say you wanted some booze,
mhm.
you couldn't get it. I mean, I was lucky the first night that the drinks were flowing, and that was the comedy of the live stream, was how drunk I was getting.
You guys got to check out Hagen 2 Cents live stream on that. Actually, I'm gonna find that right quick. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna post that in
Oh,
the
you can
chat.
also find the troopers, if you can find the troopers vlog from that day. They handed, because I had gotten earrings from Christina and coffee from him, and they handed it to me, so I didn't have anywhere to put my little bottle of wine, so I stuck it in my cleavage, and then he started filming, and it was still there, and
Because
I was like,
you can
oh,
somehow carry all that.
I can carry a lot in there. That's what they're there for. I mean, Ace is like, we need to make boob cam
I was
merchandise.
joking. I didn't think it was gonna work though. I was just trying to make a
It worked.
joke.
It worked so much better at the D than it did at the Cosmo. The Cosmo was a train wreck. I watched it. I don't know her. I think that I might have slipped into Shannon at some point, who is my alter ego. But yeah, because Shannon also crashed another live stream, and then she went and got In-N-Out Burger, and then she was dancing around by the fountain by In-N-Out. But
Right.
hey, it's fun. But somebody suggested, hey, Cinnamon, why don't you use your earbuds? And I think the trooper told me you need to have, a tripod, so you're not like hurting your hand. And I was like, oh my god, it was so much better, and I was so much more organized, and I felt very taken care of by the D, which was lovely and nice, because it made me feel fancy and stuff.
Right.
So and
Yeah, I have an
no,
alter ego.
nobody even questioned me filming. I got some weird looks, like I was crazy, because I was like yelling at a machine holding a camera. Who knows what people thought I was yelling about. But it was really, it was awesome. Like and the waitresses just kept coming, because like I learned a long time ago, if you tip your waitress very well the first time, that they'll keep coming back instead of like ignoring you. And I work as a server, and I've been a waitress, so I always tip well.
Right. Good deal.
Oh, thank you, Richard.
VIP Phil, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Richard hooked her up with that, bro. I'll talk to you off cam and all that. But we got to do it. We got to do like a happy hour or something like that. So I conned MGM Grand out of 3 nights over there. So, but we're gonna do a happy hour. We're gonna do a happy hour because I'm coming down to see you, man. I'm coming down to see you. I've wanted to meet you for like years, and I never thought it'd be like a legitimate possibility of doing that. So this is gonna be awesome. All right, so did you guys notice anything special that otherwise that you couldn't do normally, like something that you don't particularly like that you're glad is gone now that we're reopened? I should probably rephrase that. So is there anything that you guys noticed, like sports betting, for example? Like I'm not really big on sports betting, so I don't particularly care that that's gone. Is there anything that's really gone that you guys are gonna miss or aren't gonna miss at all, but other people might?
Nah.
No, because I don't really do sports betting. I mean, I have won at sports betting.
Mm-hmm.
I won like $1,500 once because I picked some football teams because I thought their uniforms were cute, and then I won a play, and so I don't know. So by the way, I'm usually pretty lucky. If I wake up and I feel lucky, then I'll be lucky that day.
All right, I guess you're jumping in on the virtual. Well, actually, we can do a real slot pull when we're down. Maybe that's what we should do. We should do a slot pull when we're there on the 1st.
We should do one with just us that are there, and then I want to do another virtual one. But there's going to be rules this time, because there were too many people sending me money on too many different platforms,
Right.
and all got mad at me. So next time it's gonna only be like a certain amount of people, first come, first serve, and only on Venmo
Hmm.
because I cannot, no. So and not two of them because then it made it so much. I mean, thank God for Hagen Toussaint keeping track of the numbers and the math for me because I am not the best at math. And then you add alcohol and music, and all I wanted to do was dance. Like, I was saying that there should be a slot machine like Dance Dance Revolution
I
where
remember
it
that.
plays while you dance or something. I don't know.
No, definitely on
Well,
it.
from an avid sports bettor, because I definitely am an avid sports bettor. I can say sports betting is open. It definitely was there. The sports books were open, and I'm glad that they are because even though there's no sports to bet on right now, they are coming back. But someone in the comments said parking, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad they got rid of parking. I felt like it was ridiculous that they were charging for parking with the amount that they charge for resort fees anyway. Um,
Right.
Hopefully they go permanent with that. I'm pretty sure that they won't. I'm almost positive in 2021, once things kind of start get back to the norm,
Mm.
they're gonna bring that back. But I think that's a big bonus that they got rid of parking because I'm pretty sure that's one big reason why Vegas got as busy as it did this weekend. Because I know a lot of people in SoCal wanted to come to Vegas this weekend because they could just simply drive and park for free.
That makes
So
sense to me. That makes sense.
that's it's a big benefit.
Man, I'm trying to think of something that I really want to do when I get there that I can't do. Like I know
And
I'm wondering
someone
about the
said
pool
poker.
parties.
I play poker too. I
Yeah. If
definitely
you're
miss
into pool
poker. I
parties,
love
there are no
poker.
pool parties.
Yeah, see, I like pool parties because I mean, I like being in the sun and all that, and just being able to see people and not worrying about and I can actually I like lounges and pool parties. I don't really like the nightclub experience because I can't hear anybody. So I like to have like a lounge. I'll do an ultra lounge, but you like a balcony lounge or something like that. I like to have a good time doing that too, and I like blackjack, I like craps, that sort of thing, that
Yeah,
kind of
I
social
used to
stuff.
the lounge at Omnia was pretty cool.
Huh?
I like that. But I enjoyed clubs more probably like 10 years ago when they were bigger. The Hard Rock Body English was the best club. That place was awesome. I have a lot of memories there. I love that place to go dancing. I can't remember. Richard can probably tell me what was the club that they made. The second one. Oh my God, what is it called? I can't remember. But I like that. I liked before Hakkasan was there. It used to be Studio 54. That place was great. Also at Treasure. Wait, was it Treasure Island? No, not Treasure Island. At Mirage, they used to have before it was One Oak. That place was great because they all had dance floors. I do not like the whole table thing. I don't like that they make a dance floor that's like 2 inches big and you try to shove 100 people on it. That's ridiculous. I wish there would be. I mean, maybe they will have bigger clubs come back since they need to have a little bit more distancing. I don't know, but that's what I enjoyed. So that's why I kind of stopped going to clubs.
Hmm.
I'd rather go to a lounge so that I want to dance.
Hmm. Yeah, it definitely makes more sense to me. Shoot, guys. All right. So, what's y'all's advice for anyone that's planning a Vegas trip, especially someone who may or may not be hosting a podcast there that's got one going in a little less than 3 weeks there? Actually, Tim, you want to go ahead and jump on there? Like, what's your advice for me, brother?
Um, Advice. Well, the first thing I would say is don't go to Vegas right now with the expectation of everything being like it was. Expect the worst, but prepare for the best. Because I feel like with what's going on right now, like you can still have a good time. Like I felt like I had a good time through the course of the weekend,
Yeah.
even though I didn't do a lot of the things that I normally do. But the Vegas energy is still out there, and there are still things to do. You just have to have an open mind to have a good time. So
Okay.
um, just don't go out there expecting to go to the norm. Just go out there expecting to see something new, and you'll have a good time.
All right. Gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
I totally agree. And it was really great to meet Tim. He was really nice and sweet, and we talked for a while, and it was great. And meeting Richard
Likewise.
too, and also, in March, that's when I met Eric, and and
I'm waving.
everyone, and it's just awesome. It really is, uh, or I should call you Ace. I don't know if you're supposed to be Eric.
I mean, we're the same guy, so.
But I agree with what he said. Yeah, I think you have to be willing to, you know, change your perspective of Vegas a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense there. Oh yeah, that was one last question I had for you guys there. Any
Fire away.
luck with steakhouses? Because that's one thing I definitely really want to do. I want to have a sit down and eat at a good damn steakhouse, because that's always kind of a thing. I mean, I even go with my vegetarian spouse to steakhouses, and she had a hell of a time. She won't let me release the video because she doesn't like the angles I shot at, so she doesn't this is the only time I can spill that tea over here. Like, I mean, you guys have seen my spouse. She is gorgeous. She's I've had her on the videos and all that. It's beautiful blue eyes. She's got this long flowing hair and all that, and she just did not like those pictures of her and that angle of her. And I'm like, honey, you're just as gorgeous as the day I met you. But she didn't like it. I argued it a little bit. I lost, even though I was right. I lost. So, but my big thing is I want to make sure I can go enjoy a good steakhouse there when I get there. How do you guys feel about that?
I have never been to a steakhouse. I've been to Monami Gabby, or whatever it's called, twice. Once. And because most of the time I end up having the Vegas diet. Now, I intended to go to eat steak this trip, and it didn't even happen. I barely ate. Like, I literally had In-N-Out on Thursday. On Friday, I had one of those sushi burritos, which was really good. I had, what did I have? See, I don't even know. I ate something little late at night, and then when I got to the D, I was running around. I had so much stuff to do, and I had to get myself ready for everything. That I ended up eating McDonald's. So I had a Big Mac, if you want to call that a steak.
I mean, it's beef.
I was hoping to go to the steakhouse, but I just felt like I was rushed the whole time, and I wish I would have stayed an extra day. I really wanted to stay one more day at the D and go home Monday, and I should have. And I came home honestly because my cat was making me feel guilty. So.
Right. I feel you. What about you, TVP? Like, did you get to do any fancy eating while you're out there? How did that go?
Nah, honestly, I didn't do any fancy eating. I know there are a couple of steakhouses open, but I was in video and record mode, so
you were there for work. You were working.
Yeah, I was out there just trying to get the footage, man. But I guess now that I think about it, I guess I should have probably looked into restaurant places and dining options, but I was so more pressed on trying to, get the whole reopening experience and see what was going on. But yeah, if I come back out there in July, I'm gonna look into some things and see if we can, make something
That's
happen.
what we should have went to. We should have went and ate.
Right?
That would have been a good idea.
Well, we gonna do that in July. There, we'll go ahead and have ourselves like a team meeting or something like that. We'll go ahead and do like another little mini All Stars meetup. It'll be a good time.
Yes,
right.
that would be great. Because Ace, you weren't there the last night when we had our little powwow at the only place that was open, at Evil Pie.
Yeah, because I didn't make that because I had to fly back in the morning because I was trying to be back for my birthday celebration with my family and all that. So, and then stuff started closing.
Because I feel that because I don't think that I am gonna come to Vegas. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna come back the 1st to the 4th. So 3 days. But I feel like that's going to be my birthday trip. Even though my birthday is July 27th, I don't know if I'll be able to go then because I'll probably be working by then. And yeah, and also because I'm a Leo and I get the whole month of July. So there you go.
Okay, apparently.
Yeah, I'm a Gemini. I got the whole month of May.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works because I'm pretty sure I don't get the entire month of March off for the birthday, but you know.
And so you get it off. I said you get the whole month. It's all month. I get to be a Leo the whole month.
I don't know what that means.
It is my birthday from July 1st to July 30th. That's the rule.
Christina's got a great final question over here. I think I might go ahead. I think we're already 6 over. Like, I never take the over-under on these things over here. Depends on who I'm online with. Sometimes we're really disciplined. Other times we're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's say whatever we want.
Indeed.
You can tell it depends on how often I swear.
L&D, I did not. They say they can't find it. I left my Hello Kitty Cafe t-shirt on top of the desk at the Bellagio, and they said they can find it. And I can't order it online. You can only get it at the Hello Kitty Cafe. So I'm hoping that they have it when I go back in July, because I wear that thing. I love that shirt. I love it because it's black and it has the Vegas sign on it, and I love Hello Kitty. So no, but I think the maid kept it. She was like, "Ooh, look what I found."
Nice. All right, so let me see. Last question. Okay, so Christina had a great question. Does anyone know if you can still get birthday free play if your birthday was during the shutdown? That's a great question because I picked up all of my birthday free play while I was there. So, and Richard's actually got a great answer. If you had a birthday during the shutdown, we offer a bottle of tequila if you check in. I really hope he's not messing with me on that because I might have to hit him up.
I honestly do not know because I also did get all my free play from the My Vegas app because I was there on my birthday. So I don't know. I know some places maybe they are honoring it. I don't know, but you could ask them. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
What's the worst they're going to say? No, and you're not any worse off than you'd been, right?
Yeah.
Oh, We Run Vegas. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. We Run Vegas has got some great Cosmo vids over there. Love that. All right.
I was going to say, man, I'd have to get out of the way. I don't do tequila.
I did have a video coming out of the Bellagio Conservatory because it's Hello Kitty themed or it's Japanese themed. But it's lovely. If you make your way over to Bellagio and see the conservatory, it is beautiful, especially if you're a Hello Kitty fan.
Good times. All right, guys, we're a little over the. We're definitely over the over. Any final thoughts from either of you guys on the Vegas trip and all that? Any other final closing advice for our spinners and sharks over here? They're all itching to get back to Vegas. Not just our American friends, but also our ABCs, our Aussies, our Brits, and our Canucks.
I'm hoping that our British friends and our Canadian friends can soon cross the border. That would be very nice for them.
Oh, and Coach Mo dropping that another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate you, love it. And actually, I think you got a channel that you're starting up too, guys. Don't forget to go ahead and check out Coach Mo too if you get a second. All right, sorry, I cut y'all off. I just wanted to acknowledge that right quick. But proceed.
All good. Well, yeah, I'll piggyback off that. I hope they open the borders. I've had a lot of communications over the last couple of days with people outside of the U.S. and the States, so I definitely hope they open things up so they can come and get this experience too. But as long as you come to Vegas open-minded, with excitement and no anticipation of things being the same, I think it'll be a good trip because I myself, knowing how Vegas normally is, I kind of just went with an open mind, like, let's see what I'm going to get myself into and what things will look like. And it was actually a good time. I actually had a really good time. So Anybody who's looking to go, I think if you want to go for a getaway, especially with everything that's been going on, go and get away, have a good time, and you know, just being out there, the atmosphere will make up for everything.
Yeah, and there is a lot of good deals out there too right now.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah,
Definitely.
they are.
Love it.
Especially
Also, much love to Ann over there. She dropped another big super chat towards the end over there, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, and but mostly thank you to Sin and TVP for y'all giving us the actual info there. So I appreciate y'all for doing that.
Yeah, no problem, man.
you're
Anytime.
welcome. And hopefully see you guys in like 3 weeks. So
Oh no, this is going down. I've got the official blessing from Wendy now, guys. Just in case you're wondering, Wonder Woman has said we are good to go as long as CDC regulations don't change. So CDC says no, not so much. Then I gotta stay home. I'm gonna push that trip back. I'm sorry. But if CDC says, if they stay the same or if the regulations get a little looser, game on. It's game on.
Yeah,
We're doing this.
I'm hoping the same too, because I was in Vegas, I have to quarantine now for 7 days before I can go back to work. But I thought it was 14, but my job said 7, so I was like, okay, that's fine.
They probably just don't give a damn.
Well, it's because I work. Right when the COVID started, I'm training to be a trainer at Lazy Dog.
Oh.
So I had just started. So basically, I'm like a little bit higher up host. I'm a hostess. Basically, I'm not a waitress. I would drop dishes.
Right.
And so because I have a lot of experience with HR and I did staffing and all that sort of thing. So, but all the people they're kind of over me, but the ones I work with, they're all like between 19 and 22 years old. So half of them don't want to be at work anyways. They give up their shifts, so yeah, if I wanted to work 7 days a week, I could, but right now I can't. They said that they knew where I was going, and they said, okay, and as long as you quarantine for 7 days and don't have any symptoms, then you can come back.
All right.
So,
right
but okay to be off on the 1st to the 4th.
Cool.
So.
Oh, JR coming through with the super chat too. I appreciate you, JR. Thank you so much, man. And also, one more shout out for you for letting me be the guest mixologist. I don't think it was last week; it was week before last, before the reopening. I appreciate that. If you guys haven't checked out Vegas Tips and Tricks, don't forget to go ahead and check them out as we're leaving the live stream here. But yeah, guys, I think that's just about it. I really want to thank Cinamongirl and the Vegas Paradise for coming through for me over here. Like y'all braved the storm and decided, y'all did your journalistic duty. Did the videos, answered the people's questions, and you got some great content coming up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if any of my spinners and sharks are not subscribed to Cinamongirl or the Vegas Paradise, do not sleep on these guys over here. Outstanding. Sin's got this crazy, amazing energy over here. I mean, y'all hear like Tim's voice over here, and y'all like freaking out over that. Watch the videos too. Like, come through, man. Let me tell you.
He's got a very nice, dreamy voice.
It's got that radio voice right there, that pro radio voice. Like, I'm surprised you don't have a podcast, bro. When's your podcast coming out?
Man, it's in the works, man. It'll be coming soon.
All right, watch your Spotify's, guys. But I think we're about to sign out. Do you guys want to say anything before we go ahead and sign out over here?
Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. And I did vlog a little bit with the Vegas Paradise, so he'll be in the vlog coming up on the second day. So I have some good stuff I think coming up. Sometimes I'm a little bit of a hot mess, but I think it's fun.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and I've got a reopening video coming out in a couple days as well, so stay tuned for that.
Excellent. Well done, guys. All right, well, Spinners and Sharks, thanks again for coming out with me on a Monday night and doing a stream. I know I didn't give you all a lot of notice on that. join us Wednesday here because y'all are going to help me plan my July 1st trip over here because I'm a glutton for punishment. And y'all, well, actually, everybody did a really great job last time we picked my Vegas rewards over here. But I'm going to go ahead and see how good a mood everybody's in with me on Wednesday. We'll go ahead and see what kind of rewards I get because I got 3 of those left. But yeah, thanks again, Spinners and Sharks, guys. The Ace of Vegas here as well. Oh, wait, do you guys have sign-offs you normally do? Because I mean, yeah, Tim, you're usually pretty chill, and actually, Sin, you haven't been doing it quite as long. So I'm not sure if you have a formal sign-off. If y'all want to do your sign-offs right now.
Yeah, I got you. So thank you everybody for tuning in to the #Vegas podcast. If you're not subscribed to the Ace of Vegas YouTube channel, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Right on. Sim, you got anything for us?
No, I guess I need to come up with something clever. I just have see you later, guys.
Right on. See you later, guys. It is. Well, if that's the case, then, well, this is Ace of Vegas, Sin, and TVP signing out and wishing y'all strong hands and, of course, happy spinning, you guys. Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.